then the main mind focuses on that person. But the mental derivative, or the mental functions, the emotions generate in respect to the quality of having been your enemy in the past. It's very important during these meditations to be mindful of the main consciousness and the different mental derivatives that are generated to each object. Why? Because when you get very advanced in your practice, then you can separate your main mind consciousness from those mental afflictions that arise with those objects. Why? Because eventually you will see their actual nature, those objects' actual nature. What is their actual nature? Je Tsongkhapa says, it is true that those beings are temporarily your enemy, temporarily your friend, or temporarily some random or neutral person. But ultimately, they change. They are empty. They don't have a quality, an unchanging quality of being friend or enemy or neutral person from their own side. So eventually you'll see the emptiness of friend or neutral person or enemy. Then there are many things to think about before you get to that state. Like that friend that you have in front of you. Then they're a friend for you now. But in countless lifetimes, they have been your enemy. So they may be your friend now, but they've been your enemy in the past. Similarly, that person who is your enemy now has been a friend and a mother for you countless times. Then the difference is in time. The act is the same. Then they make a joke in the text about it. Then if a person in your past life, who is your friend now, beats you in your past life, then that beating is the same act. Doesn't change the act. So a person who is your enemy now, then might have helped you or been your mother in a past life. Then you have to focus on the act. That person has helped you in the past. Then these are just some ways to think about how what appears to you to be a substantial, essential, unchanging enemy is not like that. Then they've been your friends many times, and your friends have been your enemy many times. So there's no way that you can pull out a particular person and say, they are my enemy forever, unchangingly. They hold that essence. Some people you hold very dear now may in the future become your worst enemy. Some people that you think are your enemy now may become your most dear friend. When I worked at a restaurant in the East Village of Manhattan, then I got a job there and I didn't like this guy. There's something, I don't know, just didn't like him. Then I thought he was my enemy. And now, after I've quit for about 2 years, he's the only person that keeps in contact with me. We became good friends. He's the only person that visited me out here in Arizona from New York. Unbelievable. And he was my enemy. Then it goes to show you that from their side, they don't hold that unchanging essence of being that quality. Then they're dependent on causes and conditions, and they can change. And Cameron Geshe says, when you are meditating on this equanimity with these objects in front of you, you must stay within the field of equanimity. Then the main agent is your mind meditating on equanimity. Then the action is meditating. Then the object is those three types of persons. Friend, neutral person, or enemy. And then if you understand their emptiness, the emptiness of your mind, meditating, the meditation, and the object of those actions, then that would be a most holy accomplishment. Just one note, then as you get along in this meditation, and these mental derivatives come up in your mind, and you establish them, you identify them nicely, then you can use antidotes to get rid of them. Then when ignorance comes up in your mind, you can meditate on their emptiness. Then when desire comes up in the mind, you can meditate on desire's emptiness and also its antithesis, its opposite, its antidote, which is being satisfied with what you have, satisfied mind. Then when hatred comes up in your mind in response to your enemy, you can generate compassion. Compassion mind. Then those are the antidotes for those three mental afflictions that come when you meditate on those objects. Then when you have those three objects, neutral person, enemy, and friend, when you have achieved equanimity, when you look at those three types of beings in the same positive way, equal, caring, the same, then you can extend that mind to all living beings. Then you can take realm by realm if you want. That's one meditation. Then there are many types of meditations. But there are many suffering beings to work on. So you'll never run out of beings to do equanimity meditation on. And then Bumungpa Rinpoche said, at this point, as I said before, this can take you months or years, so don't think it's going to happen overnight. We have many bakchaks, many impure seeds in our mind. That forces us to be very ignorant and very dirty mind, mentally afflicted. Then that doesn't change overnight. Then the first step in the 7-step cause and effect method for achieving bodhicitta, then is recognizing that beings have been your mother in your past life. Then to do this, you have to understand Dharma Kirti's proof for this. Then Master Dharma Kirti said, just because you don't see something doesn't mean it does not exist.